How's everybody doing tonight? We have something new today. It says Marble Run in big letters there, but you gotta kind of read the fine print because it's from ROKR. First of all, you can see the model number there. I think I didn't zoom in quite enough yet. Yeah, there's the model number. It's really tough to read, and it has two numbers followed by an S, which makes the S look like a 5, but it's actually MR01S. So there's a lot going on here. So Marble Run's kind of the type. Parallel World, I'm not sure if that's a series or if there's someone else besides ROKR and Robotime involved in this. Usually they're published by ROKR, designed by Robotime. I'm wondering if Parallel World designed this one. So anyway, it's a Marble Run, that's the type, but Last City is the name of this model. DIY powered model. Package contains one city module, one marble lift. The reason why I think that maybe it's designed by Parallel World, it's a fairly big box, by the way, you can see, comparing it to my hands. The reason I think is all the ones from Robotime are, well, not all of them. There's that series with those bugs that are made out of metal, but usually they're wood. I've done other marble runs from ROKR designed by Robotime, and they were wood. And this one, I don't know what's going on here. There's definitely LEDs. 14 plus age. 180. It's a track. What does the track mean? 187 centimeters. I thought that was going to be parts for a second, but it's centimeters. Rolling marbles in dynamic lighting. So the LED is the lighting. 90-minute assembly. So we could potentially do this in one day. And you know what? I'm online before 11 p.m., so we might do this in one day. And actually, that's kind of, we should, because if I continue for another 61 minutes from now, it's going to be my birthday. Because today is September 22nd, but it's almost midnight. At midnight, it's September 23rd. That's my birthday. And it's funny because this showed up today. I don't even know if this is released yet. I got an email from ROKR a couple of weeks ago. I think this is the second time that they sent me something. The first time, they gave me a whole list and they said pick one. And I believe I did pick a Marble Run. So maybe that's why now when they have a new Marble Run coming out, they sent it to me. I'm not really sure. Maybe they sent it to everyone. I also don't know if it's out yet. I think we should look into that yet. Look into that online. But anyway, it seems to be, it's very colorful. This looks like a ladder over here. I don't really see a lot of track. It kind of looks like Donkey Kong, if you remember that old video game. Is that is it like the marble goes down here and then it lifts up here? I'm just guessing. It looks so different from the normal ROKR puzzle that I just don't even know what to make of this. That's why we're going to open the box and see. I think we're not going to build today. Select continuous run by brass button. So there you go. There's a brass button that allows continuous play, which probably means it goes down on one side, it lifts up on the other. There seems to be a door opening there. I don't know if it's plastic or glass. There's definitely plastic pieces. I know we're going to have to nip them out of that. Hopefully it comes with a nipper because my son borrowed mine. Oh, by the way, you got to check on my Twitter. I've been posting some of my son's stuff. He got a 1550 on his SATs, and now he saw these videos of these maker reels, I think he calls them. They're these students who got into MIT by building a bunch of high-tech stuff. So he borrowed, he took my nippers, pliers, lighter, scissors. He basically took half my tools, and the stuff I was using specifically for assembling these models, and he's using it to assemble stuff. So if you go on the Twitter, I just did a post. I think it's called X these days. I just did a post 30 minutes ago, where he's got this like disembodied robot hand my son built. We went to tour some colleges yesterday, and he was sitting in the back seat and like using his imagination while we were like, because we had to drive like 3 hours to see the colleges, and then 3 hours back when we were done. And apparently he was designing this robot hand in his mind when we were doing that, and then he built it. Let me see if I can go on Twitter from here. I'm going to search on the computer. You know, I didn't do a good job setting this up. So I've got the computer here, but it's like not proportioned right. I should have really done better. I'll do better for day 1, but for day 2 here, for day 1, day 0, it's not really great. All right, so let's see if I go on. If I type my own name, let's see if we can see that robot hand. So basically, my son went around the house, grabbed like cardboard zip ties. It says no wrap instead of John wrap. That's ridiculous. Yeah, rubber bands, zip ties, cardboard, and some of the stuff he already had for his other projects. So basically, instead of me building models, he's building these like little robots. So he just like conceived in his mind while we were traveling yesterday this robot, and then today he like built it, and he got it right like the first try. Like he just built it in like, I don't know, 4 hours or something like that. So, but he spent 6 hours yesterday thinking about it. So you can see it there. He built a robot hand. I don't know who that guy is. I think if you let the Twitter keep scrolling, it'll like start auto playing. So that's what that was. So I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. What I mean by that is I'm gonna close X. Did it open the X app? I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, I think it opened the X app, which is weird because I didn't know I had X even installed. And now how do I close it? All right, that's closed. All right, let's get back to our thing. So I didn't even build the scoreboard, so we're definitely not going to build the model today because I didn't even set up the screens properly for the broadcast. But what we can do today is open this up and just look at it. Look how it's in like full color. Like that's already different from every other ROKR model I've done. Like what's going on? Is this really in full color like this? I guess we're going to find out. I haven't seen Robotime's name yet. Let's see on the back if it says who designed it. There's definitely some... what is going on back here? Package contains the Last City Marble Run Marble Lift Module. Other marble runs and lift modules must be purchased separately. Oh, interesting. Extension method. So there's like expansion packs. Oh, that's new. Horizontal extension, vertical extension, all direction extension. Does that mean you just buy 2 of them and you combine them? Let's take a closer look here. Or are they different themes? This one looks like they're just buying, right? No, it does look like there might. I think there's 2 models. That's what I think. It looks like 1, 2, the same 1, 2 repeated, and this one's like 1, 1, 2, 2. So I think at this point there are 2 models, and apparently they can like be expanded and like fit together, and the marble will move between them. So I was sent one of these for free to review. Oh, by the way, it was designed by Robotime. So even though it's completely different from anything I've seen from them before, I guess it's not completely different, but it's very different. But it is from Robotime, designed by Robotime. And apparently you can buy other units and expand it. So is that what we're looking at here? Are these the 3? Okay, this says neon dynamic light box, central factor unit, mirror time tuned. No, those are just like marketing things. I thought maybe it was showing the two designs there. I mean, there obviously are two designs. So like this one looks like what we have, right? And then we don't know what this is. It has that big like X in the middle. Parallel world. Interesting. Makes it sound like, I don't know, parallel dimension. Like they've got, you can expand them. Like maybe you have 4 different worlds and those are like the 4 dimensions. I'm just saying like nonsense at this point. All right, let's just open this box and see what's in it. We're not going to build it today. We're just going to open it up, take a look. Today's day 0. Doesn't count. Tomorrow is going to be day 1. I'll have the instructions scanned and we'll actually start putting some pieces together. I think at one point I said I would do it tonight because it's 90 minutes. But I just never do them on day 0s. Yeah, tomorrow's my official birthday. So let's put it together tomorrow. I'll try, if my work permits me, I'll try to get on closer to 10. That way, if this really can be put together in 90 minutes, we're going to do it in one day. Like, 90 minutes, huh? Like, that kind of seems like, I don't know, it's a little different from the models we've done in the past. They usually take more like 12 hours, not 90 minutes. So 187. What does that 187 mean again? 187 centimeters. So we still don't know the number of pieces yet. 90-minute assembly. DIY powered. Where's the number of pieces? It's usually back here. Here we go. There's something here. 130 pieces. Wow. It's only 130 pieces. So I think 90 minutes is maybe a little ambitious, but, you know, I guess 97 minutes, not so much. If it's 137 pieces, then yeah, we should be able to do it in 97 minutes. All right. MRL01. Wow. ROKR. I mean, what do you think here? The box says MR01S. And then here it says MRL01. Not sure what to make of that. Maybe there's nothing to make of that. I'm gonna stick with the outside of the box. That seems like the way to go. This is a healthy sized instruction book. It's not glossy. It's not full color. It is color. And as I said, it's a healthy sized. It's 45 pages. So this lift kind of like snaps on from the outside. So the lift module. Interesting. Is the lift module in here or is it sold separately? Okay, here's the sort of parts list. I don't know if you count that up. Is it going to add up to 137? Sometimes the stuff on the parts list is only the stuff in these little like plastic baggies. And they're like the screws and nuts and bolts. And they don't even count these. Which means there could be like 137 plastic pieces. And then there could be like another 60 hardware pieces here that they don't count. There could be power. There could be batteries. There could be motors. Could be cables. Could be LEDs. Obviously there's going to be nuts and bolts. I don't know. Let's kind of take a look here at what we got. Well, there you go. Right off the bat, there's a circuit board. Lamp. Yep. What do we got here? Decals. They call them illustration. I'll bet they're stickers, screws. Steel ball. Yeah, obviously in a marble run, you're going to need a steel ball. Semi-permeable mirror. One-way mirror. Round sticker. Where are we going with this? Steel shaft. Copper nail. Partition, copper button, more stickers, pliers. They're showing a picture of nippers and they're saying pliers. Not sure why that would be. Magnetic rod, screwdriver, power cord. And then here it says illustration, and they're look like plastic hardware pieces in bag N. But the other, oh, okay, they all just sell you illustration. Okay, so illustration is not a name of anything. It's just indicates that that's where the picture of the part is. So we got the name of the part, the number. It tells you what bag it's in, what bag the part's in, the number, the name, the illustration, and the quantity. All right, and then we've got the book here. All right, so there's a bunch of stickers, as we were talking about. Bunch of stickers in here. Bunch of plastic pieces. Oh, we didn't talk about what the theme is going to be. You know, usually when I do one of these assemblies, I'll do a theme at the same time. Although, if we're only doing, if this is really going to be in one night, we're not going to have much time for a theme. Anyway, the theme is going to be sci-fi technology. So, like, what's the name of that one in Ender's Game where they can communicate over all sorts of distances? I think they call it the Ansible. And presumably quantum entanglement is the only way it could work. Anyway, so that'll maybe be the first one I'll talk about. So, I don't know, there's technology that's in sci-fi books and movies we'll cover. I just kind of didn't think through what they're going to be yet, but, you know, that might even be too short for a sci-fi. You know, if there's only going to be 2 or 3 days, then we're only going to do 2 or 3 themes. But that's fine because I'll do only the big ones. I mean, everyone's covered like warp drives and phasers and whatever. But Ansible is a good one. Let's take a close look at these graphics. What is going on here? It's not a sticker, by the way. It's like a solid piece of, I don't know what. Some sort of plastic. There's some lettering on that. Fairgrounds? Fairgrounds? Is this just a carnival? No, this looks like more high-tech than a carnival. Animal? I don't know, this is weird. Like, the way that you can... Like, is that the sky? Like, why? Like, we can read them. So you'd expect, if you can read these... There's the top to bottom. Then you'd expect the ground would be underneath. Oh, they're going vertical. Is that what they are? Yeah, that's the way they do things in Asia, right? Okay, yeah, now it makes sense. I didn't know what I was looking at until I understand that, until realizing that most of these signs are written vertically. I just didn't know what was going on. All right, so the signs are written vertically. Okay, so it looks pretty normal there. Just a 1-point perspective. Actually looks pretty cool. So we got our baggies. We got our plastic pieces. I see the cabinet is pretty much already built in there. There it is. It's actually kind of locked in. I think maybe the lift unit is under here. Remember they said there was like a lift module? I think it's in here. Wow, it comes with its own instructions, its own hardware. It's heavy, by the way. The lift module is heavy. I feel like I'm like working for NASA when I'm doing this. By the way, my son liked RPI. Because they're having their 200th anniversary this year. And they had this sign of all their firsts. Because I remember I was telling you we went driving to colleges. And right when we pulled into the parking lot, there were students building a Ferris wheel. Like, that was like a group project during September. They were building a Ferris wheel. Like a real one that you can ride yourself as a human. Not like a little marble run that sits on a desk. You know, they had like cranes and steel and they were building it. And, you know, it's like the 3rd week of September. So, we just accidentally saw that, but my son was impressed. But then because it was the 200th anniversary, they had all these signs of all the firsts. One of them was first Ferris wheel, but another one is one of the astronauts is on the Artemis project. And that had my son impressed because I think previously he was looking at Carnegie Mellon because they've had like half a dozen astronauts. But the fact that RPI has an astronaut like impressed my son. I don't know. It's like a common thing for a kid, right? To want to be an astronaut. But they don't always like take it seriously. But my son's like top grades, top athlete. He's like short enough to be an astronaut. He's like 6 foot tall, which is weird because he was like 6 foot, or he was like 5'10" in the 7th grade, but he's only like 6 foot now, so maybe 6'1" at most. Anyway, small enough to be an astronaut. All right, so there's the cabinet. It's smaller than a bread box. It's not really that big. It's got some venting. Is that what that is? If it was a computer, you would say it was venting. It might be something more with the modularity and the fact that you could connect. Remember they were showing you could stack them. See, there's holes there. There should be holes here. So it might have to do with stacking. It also could go side by side. There's more. There's holes on the side. Absolutely. So obviously there's something you put through there for side by side. Something goes through there for up and down. I guess the ball even will drop through there. So the ball will drop through there, actually. So the attachments are probably these little screws. I'm just guessing. We haven't even looked at the instruction booklet yet. But I think those are fair guesses. So, okay, so there's some holes there. They don't line up with anything here. There's holes here, here, and here. And they do line up. So that's got it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4 screw holes on the bottom. 1, 2, 3 screw holes on the top. Boy, that doesn't add up. Oh, okay. They add up with these ones on the outside, not those ones on the inside. That's cuckoo nuts. Why would they screws? Oh, they're for holding stuff. Nope, they don't go all the way through. Well, I'm stumped. You have screws that don't go all the way through, which means they don't attach to anything on this side. Or do they go through? It's kind of dark in there. I feel I need some more light. They do go through. Okay, they do go through. So they're probably attaching something in the interior. And then these 3 on the outside, they're going to attach the boxes. See? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Where'd the third one go? I lost track of it, but I know I know we saw a third one. All right, definitely 2 right here. Okay, there are only 2. The third one. Okay, there's the third one. There's the third one. So there's 2 holes like next to each other. It's kind of confusing. So the ones that go through, 1, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those ones go through to the inside. 1, 2. If I can get the light. 3, 4. And then the ones on the outside, 1, 2. And then check out this. Okay, sorry. I probably should go to a different camera because I keep going off camera. All right, 1, 2 on the outside, and then look at this sneaky little one here. There's the sneaky little one. So 2 on the outside, and then the sneaker. Yep, that's it. All right, so we pulled everything out of the box. We can look at it a little bit more if you like. It's mostly plastic pieces. These are all plastic pieces. Do you remember what's in here? Okay, there's a circuit board. There's LEDs. There's a magnet. And there's the tools, the nippers and the whatnot. Basically, it's all hardware in here. Nuts, bolts. nuts, bolts, chips, tools, basically the hardware. And then here's all the assembly pieces. It's a lot of bags of plastic. Here's all the decals, stickers, windows meaning translucent pieces of plastic. It's going to look better than that. There's protective plastic on the outside of the piece, and it's just more plastic piece, but these ones have decorations on them. I didn't see a lot of wiring, but I'm sure there is at least some wiring. I also didn't see the ball. Is it possible it only comes with one ball? It's probably in here. I mean, it's a marble run. It's got to have a ball, right? Yeah. Oh, there it is. There's like a bunch of them. Like a dozen of them. 3, 7, 10. More than a dozen. Alright. I think it was 15. I'm not really sure. It did say continuous run powered marble run. So it's continuous motion, light up. It's got 15 balls, so it's probably just going to keep traveling, you know, around and around and whatever until it gets jammed. Hopefully it doesn't get jammed. All right, so this was day 0. We took everything out. We looked at it. We didn't build anything today. But if you come back tomorrow, then it's going to be day run of ROKR MR01S. That's the last city. It's a marble run from the Parallel World series. So come back tomorrow. We'll start building it. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night, and see you tomorrow.